And welcome back to Wachusett Student Media Page. I'm your host, Sam Landivar, and today with me, I have Viola. Viola, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Now, today is our first broadcast of the girls' varsity basketball team and their 2025 season. How are we feeling?
I think this will be definitely a good season. It's been a strong start for them so far.
All right, we'll finish this right after the playing of our national anthem. Alrighty, and we're back here at the start of the game, folks. As I said before, I'm here joined by my co-host Viola DeCicero. It is her first time in the booth tonight, and you feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
There we go. We love to hear it. And now we're going to see the starting lineup for Londonderry. Ali Dinero. Number 5, junior Jenna Murray.
Number 12, senior Brooke Egrid.
Number 12, center Brooke Edriggs.
Number 13, senior Brooke Wilson.
Senior Brooke Wilson, number 13.
Number 22, senior Sammy Sullivan.
Number 22, senior Sammy Sullivan.
John Doherty.
And their coach, John Doherty.
Now the starting lineup for your Wachusett Mountaineers. Number 44, sophomore.
Our first starter, Kyla Yerkes, who's only a sophomore, number 44.
Number 0, junior Tegan Lanford.
Next we have number 0, junior Tegan Lamper.
Number 3, junior Hannah Quinn.
Next, number 3, junior Hannah Quinn.
Number 1, senior captain Sophie Gibbons.
Our first captain, senior Sophie Gibbons.
Number 2, senior captain Jay Scott.
And number 2, senior captain Jay Scott.
Montford. This is by Captain McDonald, Laura Vinton, and Rusty Dillon.
Alrighty, Viola. So we know that this Wachusett girls basketball team is just coming off their last year's state championship win. You know, it was quite electric for us Mountaineers. And I know that they did lose a few players in the offseason due to obviously seniority. But, you know, they did keep a lot of their great players, especially Jay Scott, who was arguably the MVP of last year. So, you know, what do you think the trajectory of this team is going to be for this coming season?
I mean, their whole starting 5 is the same this season, so their main losses were their 2 bench players who Ox really relied on. So I think this season it'll be mostly the same, but next season you're losing both Jay and Sophie, who are arguably your best players. So it's definitely going to be an adjustment next season, but I think they're developing a really good younger group of players who can take over for them.
Definitely. And now we have Sophie Gibbons passes it to Lamfer. Lamfer dribbling around. Lamfer looking for a girl. Loses control a bit. She dribbles up. Passes it to Quinn. Oh. I'm sorry, that was not Quinn. That was Kirkus, or Yerkes. Londonderry passing around near the hoop. Passes out. 13 to 5. Back to 13. 13 passes it back to 5. 5 dribbling around. Dribbling back to mid. She throws it to 12. Quinn on her man. 13. And that's going to be a travel by Londonderry. That's going to be a Wachusett ball. See now, Viola, looking at this Wachusett team, would you have to say that their defense or offensive scheme is stronger?
I'd have to say their defensive scheme. I know in practice that's what they spend the majority of their time on, and that's what they really pride themselves on. So their offense is just the result of good players, but the defense is the result of good coaching.
Definitely, and it always goes back to the coaching. Jim Oxford, he is known around here as Ox. Very famous. Oh, Londonderry getting a bit physical there. That's going to be a foul. Yeah.
It's definitely the right call, but I can see why with the way this game is definitely going to be very physical. People would be upset with that.
No, definitely. And like you were telling me before the broadcast today, Viola, this Londonderry team lost in the state championship for the New Hampshire, because they're from New Hampshire, not from Massachusetts. So, they ought to be a good team if they made it all the way to the state championship.
Yeah, last season Wachusett didn't play this team from Wachusett, but they played a couple others, and they were definitely some of their harder games. So New Hampshire, you definitely can't count out teams from there because they're all typically strong.
Yeah, definitely, and you can really see that Wachusett, at least for Ox, him choosing to play these tougher teams, he just really wants to improve the team and make sure that if they do, which they do have the chance to go back to the state championship this year, it's not going to be a close game. They really want to make sure that they win by a blowout is what I would hope.
I mean, last season, the championship, it came down to the buzzer beater from Scott, so it definitely wasn't an easy win for them.
Exactly. You really don't want to leave, the biggest game of the year up to chance. You want to make sure that your team's prepared, and, this Wachusett team is more than prepared, I can see.
Definitely, they have a lot of good team chemistry. You can tell everyone really loves playing with each other, and I think that's a underrated component of a good team.
Definitely. Scott at the top of the key. Scott dribbling up. Air ball there. But she did get fouled, so she is going to get a free throw here. Let's see if she can get the first points on the board for the Wachusett Mountaineers here. And she does. But she does not get the second. That's all right, because Wachusett gets the rebound and fumbled around, but Gibbons gets it. Then Lamford dribbling it around. Goes for the layup, but misses it, and that's going to be Londonderry ball. Londonderry passing it around. 22 goes for the layup, and she gets it. It's going to be 2 for Londonderry. 3-2 game right now, Wachusett. Scott dribbling it around at the top of the key. Passes out to Gibbons. Gibbons go for the 3, and it's going to be a miss. Oh, Scott steal. Going for that layup. She does not get it.
I think one more dribble there and she would have had that, but it's still a good shot. False timeout there. Looks like it's still going to stay Londonderry ball.
Oh, confusing. Quinn on her girl. Lamford. Oh, and that's going to be a 3 sunk by Londonderry. That's right, that ball is going to go quickly back to Gibbons. Then back to Yerkes. Ooh, and Yerkes. Not really sure what happened there.
I think they should definitely be looking to Kyla this game. She towers over her defender. This Londonderry team doesn't really have anyone who can compare to her size. And if they can
Definitely.
get it in, that's a sure way to get a couple points.
Yeah. Ooh, but that ball's going to be bobbed up to Londonderry. Londonderry going for the... Oh! 22 for Londonderry, keeps it in. But Wachusett is able to get that rebound to Gibbons, and Gibbons getting pushed around right there at the end.
Lancer foul on number 22, Sammy Sullivan. Her first, team's third.
And it looks like this is a timeout. So during this time, we're just going to take a quick break here, folks, but we will be right back with you. And we're back here, folks. So, but before the play gets started here, I just want to talk a little more about my co-host here, Viola. So, you're obviously an avid ball knower. That's quite apparent here. And it looks like the buzzer's going off for a while. But we are good already. Yeah, anyway, avid ball knower. Definitely, you are an avid ball knower. And I just want to know, how have you gotten to know so much about basketball and yeah, just in general, how's your relationship with basketball evolved over the years?
I mean, I started playing definitely late. It was 7th and 8th grade. So before that, I didn't know much. But when I started playing, I I really enjoyed it. I liked playing and I liked watching it. I played here last season, but I figured if this is something I want to do, I think it would make more sense for me to commentate instead of play.
Definitely. I'd like to say I have a similar relationship with like football and baseball. I never ended up playing baseball, but I did play football for a few years of my life, and I really did enjoy it. But I realized at the end that because I hadn't played my whole life, it was kind of harder for me to match up with all these kids that have been playing since they were, in Pee Wee. So I realized I love the sport. I love talking. Why don't I do the both of them and commentate? And yeah, I just really love that. And that's going to be a layup for Tegan Lamb for putting 2 on the board for Wachusett. But yeah, this relationship that we have with sports, that's what really blossoms commentators into who they are, and you just gotta love that.
Up top of the key, pass to the corner, shot, and it's good from 3. From warm-ups, we could definitely see that Londonderry was going to be a good shooting team, and I think they're going to try and capitalize on that this game for sure.
Yeah, like yesterday when I was commentating the boys basketball game with Bobby Briggs and Ben Fassett, we could really tell that that's going to be good for Tegan Lamb for another layup. But what's it called for at least the boys scheme? It was more or less the idea that the boys kept trying to shoot threes, but in reality, I think they would have been more successful if they just kept going for those layups and just easy 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. So, do you really think that is the case for this Wachusett team, or should they try to retaliate back with these threes against Londonderry?
This Wachusett team has had a lot of success driving to the basket and finishing around the rim, and I think they're going to keep up that pattern, especially because they're so much bigger than most of the teams they face. That's Mia, and she misses short. Foul on Marcus and Lucy Gibbons checks into the game for the first time for Hannah Quinn. Lucy was on this varsity team last year, and towards the end of the season, mostly the regular season, she really started to see some minutes. So the fact that he's the one that Ox is trusting to bring in right now really means he thinks that she's a very good player, and I'd have to agree with that.
Oh, yeah, and I feel like it's also interesting to see how her big sister Sophie is the captain on this team, and you can kind of sort of see a following in the footsteps in a way for young Lucy.
The Gibbons family is definitely a basketball family. You have their dad who coaches the boys program. Mary's playing at Navy right now, so you can tell it's really a big part of who all of them are.
No, definitely, and I grew up in Paxton, which is I believe where they live, because Lucy went to school with me. She was only a grade below me, and I was able to see her and the Paxton girls, get through some pretty rough times and succeed through all their endeavors back at Paxton basketball.
There she turns it over. Ball to Sammy.
It was going to be a bounce off. Rebound back for Wachusett.
Sophie off to Jay. She looks to take it in. Dump off to Kyla. She can't finish the layup. Gemma brings the ball up the court against Tegan. Lots of movement from this Londonderry team. A lot of cutting and screens.
Yeah. Bit of fumbling around with their constant dribbling there. But I believe that was out on Scott, so it's going to be Londonderry ball.
Maya checks into the game for the first time for Kyla. It's an interesting substitution given Kyla's the center and Maya's definitely a guard on this team. Sammy Sullivan looks to drive, passes it off to Gemma, who pulls up for three, and it's short. Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Gibbons looks to shovel up, but Jalen Scott's pushed out of bounds. I'm surprised they didn't call that one. Londonderry timeout with 52.2 seconds left.
Yeah. Looks like Jay was looking for a call there. What do you think, Viola? Do you think she got pushed enough for that to be a foul?
I definitely do. They already have 5, so that could have played a role in it, but they're definitely a very aggressive team. But that was definitely a foul.
No, yeah, definitely. But, looking into the refs' minds, I think that they were probably thinking going into this game, considering we were saying that, Wachusett being champions last year and Londonderry almost being champions last year. This is going to be a physical game right from the get-go. So, you got to be a little more lenient and, as they say, let the kids play.
Yeah, definitely a very aggressive, defensive-focused game. The score is only 6-8 after the first, and that's pretty low. So the defenses are definitely stopping the ball.
No, definitely. Yeah. One more thing that I did want to comment on, Viola, is, looking at the roster here, I got to say that the team is very sophomore heavy for some reason. We're seeing 3 seniors, 3 juniors, 5 sophomores, and a freshman. And all I got to say there is, with other varsity teams, you really see it like junior and senior heavy. But what do you think the diversity here that, it's pretty even, to be honest. It's like 3-3, 5-1 split. So I wouldn't call it too crazy of a diversity between the juniors, seniors, and sophomores. But it's pretty equal all around. So how do you say that really affects the team?
I know Ox is really focusing on the future, especially due to losing Jay and Sophie this season as they're going to graduate. Gibbons on Gibbons collision there.
Ouch.
It's going to stay Londonderry ball with the foul on Lucy Gibbons. But I think he's really focusing on developing the team. And I know that I'm a sophomore. I know there are a lot of sophomores who are interested in basketball. And I know there's not as many freshmen, which probably explains why the distribution is like that. We have Allie DeNovo for 3 to end the first quarter, and Wachusett is down 8 to 11.
Correction, Gemma Murray for 3.
It's actually Gemma Murray with the 3.
Yikes! You really hate to see that little buzzer beater there right before the quarter, and I mean, if you're New Hampshire, you really love to see that. But as Wachusett fans here, yeah, we don't like that. But it's all right. The deficit isn't too big. Only 3 points, 1 possession. Wachusett definitely still in the game. But while this quarter break is happening, we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back with you.
Even after the 3 to end the quarter, it's Londonderry ball. So, I mean, Wachusett was definitely making a push, but this is really kind of killing their momentum right now. And that's Lucy Gibbons' second foul already.
And it looks like Hannah Quinn is being subbed back in for Maya Mazz. Dear God, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Maziaras? Maziaras? Hopefully that's correct. Londonderry dribbling around. Lamfer on her girl. Pass.
Sammy, I mean, I think she's going to be the X factor for this Londonderry team. She's their biggest player. She can drive, she can shoot. I think she's going to be the key to their success this game.
Yeah, but it's great, when we have, because, you need big guys in, taking Lamfer with that layup, great there. But no, in basketball, I feel like, you need your big guys, but you also need your small, agile ones. And we really see that with Lamfer and Gibbons. Oh, that's going to be marked a travel.
I'm not going to have to agree with that call. I think she got that clean. I would have seen more of a foul over a travel call there.
Yeah, you could see Lucy was visibly angry there. She really disagreed with that one. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, you need your big people, but you also need your small, quick ones.
And that's exactly what Tegan is for this team. She can really drive as... Brooke Wilson hits their 3. I mean, they're shooting great, Londonderry is, which is not what you want to see for Wachusett. You really want to keep them in the paint, I think, and don't pack in the defense.
But it's all right because Sophie Gibbons right back with another 2 points to, keep Wachusett in there. But then
drive and rebound from Sammy as she gets fouled by Lucy. That's her second. She has both of their Wachusett fouls this quarter. Handoff up to the top with Gemma. Over to Brooke. Brooke Wilson looks to drive and pass it out to Sammy. To the corner.
Ooh, it's going to be a layup by Londonderry.
Lamfer takes the ball up the court, looks to set up the offense for sure. She's looking inside to Yerkes, but takes it herself, misses the layup. Sullivan takes the ball up the court to meet Hannah Quinn. You have a screen.
She shoots for it. It's going to bounce off. Londonderry back with the ball, number 12. Back to 22. 22 shoots for her 3. But backboard once again. That's going to be Gibbons to another Gibbons. Quinn.
Lucy with the deep three. It's a little
Ooh.
long, but her sister grabs the rebound, spins, but blocked, and it's a foul.
That's a foul number 5, Gemma Murray. Her second, team's first. Sophie Gibbons will be at the line shooting 2.
Sophie Gibbons, if she just makes one, she brings this back to a one-possession game. Let's see what she can do. And she drains it.
Maya checks in for Tegan.
Does not get it. And Wachusett does not get the rebound. Londonderry going to dribble it back up. Throws it to the outside. 12. Dribbling up to the key. 22. Oh, making a move.
Step through on your
Wow.
pass. That's a pretty good move. I mean, we know Kyla likes to block shots, which means she's going to fall for more pump fakes than most players, and that's what really gave Sullivan the chance.
Quinn shoots for the 3. She does not make it.
Oh, trap. Good trap, and it's Wachusett ball.
Gibbons tosses it out to Quinn. Quinn, top of the key. Dribbles up, but she tosses it off back to another Gibbons. Oh, and it gets... Ball gets batted out of the air. Londonderry, bit of a jump shot. Oh! Gibbons keeps the ball in! What a play! Quinn, fumbles the ball there. Londonderry has it again.
Now, Sammy Sullivan,
Yeah, Viola, looking at that, it did kind of look like number 22 for Londonderry. It did have a bit of a travel there. It's like a few more than 3 steps.
I mean, I assume the refs probably saw the foul first, but they're also definitely going to give her the benefit of the doubt there. I mean, she's a senior. She's already committed to Bryant, so, she's serious about this, and I think the refs can tell that when she makes a move like that, they're going to give her the foul.
Yeah. Scott on her girl.
Oh, switch with Sophie.
Lucy. Oh, that's going to go out to Yerkes. Yerkes passes out to...
Maya takes the ball up the court to Lucy. Scott up at top, and they pass it into Yerkes.
Yerkes misses the layup.
Sullivan in the corner, guarded by Scott. All the way out to Gemma, who hits the deep 3.
Alrighty, now I can say, Viola, that this game's starting to get away from Wachusett. 8-point deficit now.
I mean, Coach Oxford is looking to bring back Tegan in, which I think is good. She's definitely generating the offense here, but he also is about to check in Anna Hancock, who's his main sophomore besides Lucy. I think she's going to bring some really strong defense, and she's not afraid to shoot or drive. She definitely looks to score as well.
Definitely. Scott with a free throw, and she makes it.
Maya and Kyla are out for, as I said before, Anna and Maya.
Number 11, Anna Hancock.
So yeah, Viola, we know that Wachusett's starting 5 is very strong, but how would you rate its bench compared to its starting 5?
I mean, just like last year, Ox really does run a tight rotation. He doesn't normally play more than 7 or 8. So I think the players that he's putting in are really strong because, I mean, you have to be one of the top 7 players to even get into the game.
Definitely. Scott missed that layup. 22 marches up.
I think they definitely need to look to Tegan to either set up the offense or just do something on her own, because her drives, just like that one, which results in
there
2
we
more
go.
points. I think she's not exactly the unsung hero, but definitely underrated. She'll always press on her own, look to pressure the ball, look to score, and I think without Tegan, this team wouldn't be nearly as successful.
Ooh, and Scott rejects that ball.
Monster block. Student section loves that one.
You could really feel the anger on that, Viola. You really could.
I mean, that's one of
Ooh,
the biggest
and
flaws.
that really doesn't improve the morale, having Londonderry sink that 3 there.
I think Gemma has a couple threes this game. I think she's clearly a really strong shooter.
Scott dribbles up and gets that 2 points.
Brooke with the pull-up.
Wachusett with the rebound. Oh, but fumbles the ball around. 2 girls on the ground, and that's just going to leave.
Definitely a bit of a frustration foul there from Gibbons. I think it's good to stop the play there, let everyone calm down a bit after the collision between Tegan and Anna.
And Londonderry succeeding to get that one. Let's see if they can make the second free throw. Yes, they do. Londonderry 28, Wachusett 18. That's going to be a 10-point deficit right now for Wachusett. Let's see if they can try to make a comeback here right before the end of the quarter, going into the half.
I think if there was a little bit more time on the clock, Coach Ox would have called a timeout. I mean, at halftime, he's definitely going to have to talk to these girls because something's got to change for this game. Lucy with the missed baseline floater, and Londonderry looks to push. Oh, Sophie
but
Gibbons.
Gibbons steals that one. Gibbons dribbling out to the side. Gibbons tossing it up.
But same result as well.
Cannot get that one. 22 for Londonderry, and she drains the 3.
I think Tegan just needs to take the ball to the rim here. I mean, they need to score at least once before the end of the half. Scott looks to pass. Now she's passes to Gibbons. Sophie with the floater, but it's short. Saves it in, but turnover. I think Gemma's going to look to pull here, and she does. Short.
Air ball.
And that's the end of the half there. Wachusett down 18-31 with only 2 quarters of play left.
Yeah, you know, it's really not what you want to see as Wachusett going into half. That's going to be a 13-point deficit. And, yeah, you know, Viola, I don't know how else to say. You know, this Wachusett team is truly being challenged, but I do not think that, you know, a comeback is out of the question whatsoever. This Wachusett team has faced much larger deficits and has come back from much more. So, you know, they really just need a mood shift right now in the locker room, and I think that can really solve all their problems.
I think the coaches are definitely going to talk, and I think Tegan's really going to be, I think she's my bet on who's going to change it. Whenever there's a tough moment or just a play needs to be made, she's really the one to do it.
Yeah, she really was getting a lot of those points for Wachusett early on into the game and, you know, towards the end too. So she probably is their strongest player as of now in this game. And, you know, as long as she can rally the troops, I really think that this team can really get back on track of winning. So we're going to leave it here right now, folks. We'll be back a few minutes before the half. And, yeah, we're going to take a quick break. Adios. And we are back, folks, here for the second half.
Starting out with Wachusett ball. Tegan, now to Scott. Definitely trying to look inside to Kyla, but they're playing some pretty good defense in the paint on her.
Yeah, definitely. And Viola, I think the most important thing for this Wachusett offense, if they... Oh, there we go. Like we said before, Tegan Lamford getting the first points of the court. That's exactly what Wachusett needs. But no, the most important thing for this Wachusett team is... Yeah, so when you see a three like that, you get angry. And it's getting me to my point if I can get it off here. They got to keep their composure. As soon as you let anger take over, that's when you start making crucial errors and start slipping up in places that you don't usually. And we just can't have that. So this Wachusett group really just needs to focus on keeping their composure.
I think definitely. I think another main thing is they have to take away the three. That's where most of Londonderry's points have come from, and they just need to close out. As Tegan scores her 4th points already of the half.
Yeah, this might be a legacy game for Lamford. I really think that she's been getting most of the points for Wachusett. That ball's going to be tossed out of bounds by Londonderry, but
Tegan gets the deflection there, and it stays Londonderry ball.
That is, I'm not going to lie, I don't agree with that call whatsoever.
It's definitely a tough one, but Tegan has very active hands, and she's always getting deflections like that. That might have been a backcourt, jumped over the half-court line, but it doesn't result in any points as J. Scott rips down the rebound and passes it up to Kyla, who finishes at the rim. And it's down to a 10-point game here.
York is cutting the deficit to 10. It's like I was saying, Viola. Don't focus on those threes. Just keep focusing on getting 2, 2, 2, 2. And before you know it, you're back in the game.
So far, Wachusett's done a good job boxing out and rebounding, but can't get it, but air ball 3, and it's going the other way.
Lamford dribbling it up.
Looks to take Ekret all the way.
Goes quick, dumps it back out to Gibbons. Gibbons throws it over to Yurkis, but Yurkis gets caught up there.
Definitely a tough pass. Might have to have been a bit higher for Yurkis.
Quinn on her girl, putting her hands up, and she cannot stop that layup.
Gemma Murray's definitely having a strong game tonight. Her shooting and her drive just there. I think
Gibbons.
they definitely need to focus on her and Sullivan the most.
Dribbling it up. Quinn drains the three. Is quite the mood change here, as we can see in the stands. Exactly what this Wachusett team needs right now. Morale boost, but not that. Gibbons.
Right.
Ooh,
Yurkis,
yeah,
and
bit of a high pass there.
Gemma passes all the way up the court, and
That's going to be an easy layup for number 1.
definitely need to focus more on their defense this game. I think closing out the 3 and not leaving players open would really make a big difference.
Gibbons dumps it out to Scott. Scott going for the 2, and she gets it.
Tough finish. Could have been an and one.
Cuts the deficit to 11.
Lucy Gibbons looks to check in at the next stoppage of play.
Oh, and Scott puts her hands up and gets that block. Yurkis. Gibbons dribbling it up. Gibbons tosses it out to Lamford. Lamford dribbling around. Yurkis for 2, and she gets it.
If they can get Kyla going, I think it's really going to help because that'll drag everyone into the paint, and then they can take a lot more threes, which will cut this deficit way faster.
Scott.
Allie DeNovo short from three. Lamper with the rebound. Looks to push.
Oh, gets that push, but she gets it.
But they call an
Are they going to give her the
foul.
points?
It's a foul on Tegan. I think it should have gone the other way. I think that should have been an and one easily.
Wow.
Lucy Gibbons comes in for Hannah Quinn as Tegan and Sophie look to pressure the ball here as they bring it up the court.
Londonderry. 22. Dribbling it up. Gibbons on her.
Allie
Gibbons.
sets the screen. Ikra smothered by Lucy.
Londonderry 13. Oh, but they missed the layup. Oh, and she throws it out of bounds.
Tegan takes it up as Ikra waits for her on half court. Definitely need to get the ball moving a lot more. Not enough passing, I don't think, which is the opposite problem the boys had last night.
Gibbons dribbling up to the net. Tosses it out to other Gibbons. Scott.
Had the three, chose to pass on it, and looks to drive on Sullivan. She does, and she's going to be shooting too.
There's a foul number 22, Sammy Sullivan, her third, team second. Jay Scott will get the line shooting two.
Scott getting some free throws in. And she scores the first one. Deficit now 8.
Meyer back in for Yurkis as Alara checks in for
Scott does not get it, and
but
Wachusett.
jump ball. Going to Londonderry though. It's a quiet game tonight for Scott. Most of her points have come from free throws as Lamfer fouls Gemma in the backcourt.
Lamfer following our girl. Londonderry passes it back to their captain, 22. Gibbons. Oh, Scott denies that.
Third monster block from Jay. That's definitely been
Gibbons. Lamfer. Ah, she cannot get the three off, though.
That's a weak call. With the physicality of this game, I don't think you call that. Sullivan didn't even move.
Yurkis subbed in.
They put Brooke Wilson in for Allie DeNovo. Gemma looks to take it up the court. Down screen.
Londonderry going up to the net. They do not get the layup. Gibbons dribbling up. Passes to other Gibbons. She shoots. Does not get the three.
Wachusett should definitely look to pick up the pace on plays like that. I mean, Londonderry team's not very good at getting
Londonderry
back.
does not get the three.
That's on Maya. That's her fourth.
And Scott back in for Mazzares.
It was a quick break for Scott. I definitely think they want to get her going at this point.
And it looks like Lucy Gibbons is going to pass it in to her older sister, but play seems to have stopped.
Might have been someone in the crowd. I'm not quite sure.
Confused, I am, but that's all right. Sophie Gibbons. Pass it to Lamfer. Lamfer looking for another girl. Pass it back to Scott. Scott dribbling up. Pass it out to Gibbons. But Scott gets the rebound. Fighting for it.
Foul.
There's a foul number 33, Alana Loper.
Scott got fouled. Let's see if she can get some free throw points for us. She gets that first one. Can she lock in for the second one, though? Yes, she does! 6-point deficit now for Wachusett. 2-possession game here. Londonderry shoots up for that 2, but they do not get it. And Yurkis gets the rebound, passes it back out to Gibbons. Gibbons dribbling it around. Gibbons going to throw it out to Lamfer.
Screen by Yurkis. Tegan uses it all the way.
And she gets it! She gets that layup. 2 points. Wachusett only down by 4 now.
No timeout from Londonderry. They look to play through this run by Wachusett.
Londonderry shoots for the 3, but they do not get it. But they get the rebound. Back out to number 13. Yurkis on her. Passes it around. 12. Gibbons on her. 12 dribbling around. Goes to the 3. She does not get it. Yurkis gets the rebound. That goes out to Lucy Gibbons. Lucy Gibbons looking for her sister.
Almost a back court there, but Sophie managed to get
Sophie
over.
commanding the offense. Can she get up for that? No, she cannot.
Yurkis and Jay look to pressure the ball. I mean, I think they definitely should be doing more of that. It's worked in the little bit that we've seen. Into Sullivan.
22.
Spins on Lamfer with the and one.
She gets
Lamfer.
fouled,
Lamfer
and
not
she gets.
happy with it.
Wachusett foul on number 0, taking Lamfer, her third, team's fourth.
Lamfer very upset with that one. I have to agree. Only 20 seconds left. Wachusett's down by 6. Now it's 7.
Sullivan completes the 3-point play.
Scott screens for Sophie. Lamfer
Lamfer
fakes. Definitely looking.
calling the offense to move around.
I
They
think
seem
she's
confused.
been looking for a screen from Yurkis.
Oh, but she gets the point off. She gets it off.
At the buzzer, cuts it to 5, going into the 4th quarter.
She has definitely had the most heart so far in this half.
She's definitely making the difference. Solid defense the whole court, scoring both from outside and driving. She's really been the difference this game. Right before the 4th, we'll take a short break and we'll be back soon. And we're back. It's Wachusett ball to start the 4th. Starting 5 is in. I imagine they're going to play this whole 4th quarter with the way Ox runs his rotations.
Yeah.
Lamfer takes it up the court, waiting for a screen from Scott, but he
Still-
gets the ball.
Still 2 possessions, Viola. Wachusett. They need that little bit of energy to bring them back from their 5-point deficit.
I mean, I think that keep giving it to Lamfer and keep playing the solid defense they played that whole 3rd quarter, and I think we'll see some positive things now.
And number 9 drains it for 3.
Gemma is shooting her mind out tonight, but I also think Wachusett needs to. They haven't switched any screens, and they've really been trying to stay on their man, but they're not closing out on that 3, and that's been what dug them this hole in the first place.
Lamfer looking for a solution here. Pass it to Yurkis. And
Offensive foul on Tegan Lamfer, and it's going the other way. That is not what he wanted to see there, especially as Kyla was getting to work on the post, which is what they've been looking to do all game. Maya checks in for Tegan after that foul, and her and Sophie look to pressure the ball.
got Marzer on her girl.
Into the corner.
Londonderry shoots for the three. And they get it.
Hits it. I wonder how many threes Londonderry has. I imagine at least 8. That's where the majority of their points have come from.
They really haven't missed on the threes, Viola. We've definitely seen that here. Yurkis passes it to Miser. Back to Scott. Scott dribbling around. She gets attacked all over.
And I think she'll shoot 2 more as she draws that foul.
Definitely did draw that foul.
Scott will shoot 1, and then Lucy Gibbons looks to check back in.
And Scott gets one.
Scott definitely needs to keep getting to the line. That's where the majority of her points are from, and it's easy points. It's called free throws for a reason.
I like that. I like that little phrase there. Free throw, and that's why they call it the free throw. I like that, Viola.
Maya pressures ball. And offensive foul going the other way.
That's going to be Wachusett ball. Lucy Gibbons passes it into her sister, Sophie.
Definitely looking for a screen. I think that's what they've been doing all game, and it's just their offense hasn't really been clicking.
Gibbons gets the 2.
Shots like that will definitely help. Sullivan to the corner.
13 for Londonderry.
Brooke
Gets the
Wilson.
3 off. Or I'm sorry, that's 2.
Scott at the top. Definitely still looking inside to Yurkis like they have been all game, but she's just, the defense from Londonderry has been pretty strong. Gibbons stuck, needs an outlet. Picked off by Brooke Ekrest, and she's going the other way. Takes it all the way, but can't score.
Gibbons gets the rebound. Gibbons tosses up to Scott. Oh, but it gets intercepted. No, it does not. Scott gets it back and gets the 2.
Like I said earlier, pushing the ball is really, they've gotten a lot of points on that, and I think if they keep doing that, they'll be good. Gemma
Londonderry
finally
misses the 3.
Quinn checks in for Yurkis. Going with a smaller lineup here for sure, but time out here from, I believe, Londonderry.
All right. And while they take that time out, we're just going to take a quick break here, but we will be right back with you folks. Alrighty, and we are back, folks. So, Viola, I know we're talking about it. Wachusett just has a little under 5 minutes left to get back into this game. They are down 7 points. What's the likelihood that they're going to win this game?
I think if they they can make the defensive adjustments on the three and they push the pace on offense, they have a solid chance. I mean, they went on a run in the end of the second, and I think if they would go on another run, they can make this an interesting game for sure. But the turnovers like that are not what they need right now. Sophie deflects it out of bounds, but it's still Londonderry ball. As Tegan checks in for Maya, which I think is a pretty good substitution. She's really going to take control of this game, I think. Jay Scott, fourth block, but this time on a three. But an and one from Sullivan, and that is the opposite of what this Wachusett team needs right now.
This Wachusett team seems genuinely confused by all these fouls.
I mean, I don't think there's a big discrepancy between the fouls for the two teams, but I think the quality of the fouls are not very good. I know Wachusett is a pretty disciplined defense, and their main goal is to not foul, so seeing this many calls for them is quite unusual. Tegan pulls from the yellow line just short.
Wachusett cannot get that ball back in.
Ox is not happy with that. I mean, barely a dent in the shot clock. Gemma takes the ball up the court, matching up with Scott. Drives on Gibbons, passes it out.
Londonderry just keeps passing it around. All they have is clock to waste.
They have really strong ball movement. And
Gibbons steals that one. Out to Lucy Gibbons. Lucy out to Lamford. Lamford tries for the three again, and she gets it!
It's a whistle here. So ref walks over the shot clock. Interesting, delay of game. Haven't seen one of those called in a long time, but probably the right call. But turnover there. Lots of offensive fouls for this Londonderry team, but their offense otherwise, great ball movement, which has given them all these threes. And I think Wachusett needs to take a page out of their book here and really work to get the best shot, not just the first shot.
Lamford dribbling it up. Lamford passes it to Lucy Gibbons. Gibbons to Quinn.
Foul there on Murray. I think that's definitely the right call for reaching in there. That's 4, so Wachusett will be in the bonus soon, which I think will help them. Lucy looks to pass it in here on the sideline.
Gibbons looking for a girl. Pass it to her sister. Sophie. Back to her little sister.
Jay
Scott to Gibbons for the three. And it just bounces off. And Quinn gets the rebound but cannot get it. But she gets fouled. She's going to take some free throws here.
I think they should definitely crash the boards more there. Definitely a bigger team, and second chances are definitely one of the most important parts of this game.
She gets her first. Can she get the second? Yes, she can!
Wachusett drops back into the half court.
5-point deficit here for Wachusett.
Oh.
Scott getting physical.
That's...
Wachusett foul number 2, Jay Scott, her third.
It's not a shooting foul there on Scott, so Londonderry will inbound it near their own bench. Jay Scott to cover Murray inbounding. As Sophie really pressures the ball there for Sullivan. switch there. So now Sophie.
Scott. Gibbons defending her girl.
Ekrat looks here to drive, but Sullivan pump fakes. Scott switches on her. Passes it out.
Ooh.
Wilson can't hit it,
Oh.
but still Londonderry ball. This Wachusett team definitely needs to box out. But now we have a timeout from Londonderry, so hopefully Ox can talk to their team.
Quite the array there. This ball kept bouncing around, I felt like.
Definitely no clear possession there for a while.
Yeah, I think that was the second great save by Lucy Gibbons, because I feel like I think it was the second quarter over here. She threw it right back in. Saved that play there.
She definitely is a hustle player, always on the floor, willing to put her body on the line, and I think that's what helps her kind of break into this rotation as just a sophomore.
Oh, definitely. Alrighty. While they take this break, we're going to take one too. We'll be right back with you, folks. And we're back with you, folks.
Inbounds into the backcourt as Lucy and Hannah switch there. Sullivan fouled, but Sophie's clearly not happy with that call. Tried to take the charge there for sure.
It looks like Sullivan's going to be taking her free throws. But she gets it off.
Sullivan has already eclipsed 1,000 points and
And
she's just starting her senior season, so she's definitely a big scorer for this Londonderry team. She's proving that tonight. Lucy at the top, looks to pass, but no one's open. Over to Tegan.
Lamfer
Scott
wanting the
sets-
net. She goes for it, and she gets it. Londonderry 56, Wachusett 51.
You can tell when Lamfer wants to take it to the hoop. She really sets it up well, and I think that's one of her biggest strengths is her ability to drive. Even though she's not the tallest player, she's definitely pretty fast.
Sullivan just floats that in there. Lamfer going to dribble it up.
They're looking to get it to Scott, and same situation as with Yerkes, their defense are so strong in the paint. Quinn just long on the three, and Londonderry grabs the rebound. Sullivan to Murray in the top corner. Sophie.
Looks like Londonderry is just going to start running the clock out here with only less than a minute to go. Wachusett down by 7. I don't know. It looks like Wachusett's going to need a wing and a prayer here.
I think that foul was definitely intentional. Wachusett's looking to stop the clock, especially because Londonderry's in the bonus now. So they would rather force these free throws than let them run the clock out.
That's true, but, I mean, yeah, look here. Londonderry just made another free throw. What deficit is now at 8. That's already 3 possessions.
I mean, it's definitely going to take, they're going to have to go quick here. I mean, they have Tegan in the front court looking to push it. As Sophie takes it up the court.
9-point deficit here.
They have Lucien. They've had Lucien this whole stretch.
Scott,
she's
Quinn.
not a starter, so they're definitely looking for some more shooting now.
Lamfert gets the 2. It's going to be a time for Wachusett to stop the clock again. Deficit now to 6. That's 2 possessions. Or I'm sorry, that's 7. Still 3.
They're going to look to Lamford here, definitely. Last season, they always went to her during tight games when they needed that scoring. So I imagine that's what they'll continue to do here.
So, Viola, as I said before, you are an avid ball knower. If you are head coach at Wachusett with 36 seconds left to go, what sort of play types are you going to be running coming out of this timeout? Or are you going to be focused more on defense or offense? What are we looking at here?
Defensively, definitely right away, full court pressure, look to get the steal, but if you can't, you need to foul right away. 7 points, 36.1 seconds. You need every chance to get a shot here. Offensively, I think they're definitely going to go to Lamfer, probably Scott, but she's having a more quiet game tonight, so I think definitely Tegan's going to take the lead here. Wachusett out in that full court pressure I was talking about, but they're not guarding the inbounder. They have Scott back. Definitely ready to get a steal here on any long pass. There you can see Sophie's already fouling. So stops the clock, but that means Gemma Murray is at the line to shoot 2. Or it might be, I believe it's 1-1 actually.
Gemma Murray at the line shooting 2.
And she sinks it.
Quinn back in. She was out for that defensive possession. Definitely wanted Maya in there.
8-point deficit. Scott gets the ball, tosses it out to Gibbons. Gibbons tosses it out to her sister, but they can. She slips while throwing that one, and it's behind her sister. Leads to out of bounds Londonderry ball once again. Game slipping away for Wachusett.
Oxford calling for that pressure, and Scott fouls there. I mean, Sophie just throwing it out of bounds. A bit of a miscommunication between her and her sister, but
just like you said, Viola, they keep fouling, but the only problem with fouling is this team, they're not missing the free throws. They just keep sinking them, except that one right there. But no, before they just kept sinking them, and the score just keeps going up and up, and it can only get up to a certain point before you can really still have a chance of coming back.
Well, now that we're down to 25 seconds, the shot clock is off, so this is when they really need to foul. Lamfer pull up mid-range, just short, but Quinn fighting for the rebound, but she fouls. And I think that's the game right there. I mean, just under 15 seconds, 8-point game. It would take a miracle here. I mean, they'd have to start shooting the lights out right away.
I guess the question now is, do you believe in miracles?
I mean, seeing what this team has done before, anything's possible, but that's 9. Brooke makes this one. It's a 10-point deficit. The best I've seen is 13 points in 30 seconds from
Londonderry is just going to dribble it out now, and
Quinn fouls, which I'm not sure if that's what Coach Ox wanted, but they definitely know that this is the game right here, and I think they're going to start backing off. Murray misses the first there. She had a really strong game tonight. Did really well from 3.
Yeah, I really don't think it matters if she scores these free throws. The game is already put away here.
Yeah. I mean, they're still
Gibbons
looking
and
to push.
Lamfer still fighting for it.
That's what she's going to do. She's always going to fight for the ball. She's always going to fight for the win.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough loss for Wachusett tonight. Final score, Londonderry 62, Wachusett 53. Yeah, I hate to see it, Viola. That's all I got to say.
I mean, we knew this was going to be a tough game going into it. Number 1 championship in Massachusetts versus the runner-ups from New Hampshire. But it was definitely a solid game that we got to watch tonight.
Anyway, thank you for joining me with the broadcast tonight, Viola. I really do appreciate it. And, I mean, we hope to see that you continue announcing the rest for the season because, Wachusett fans love to hear your voice.
I'd love to do that.
Of course. Alrighty, fans.